Welcome to episode 12. Today we're talking about online shopping and online payment techniques, PayPal, Venmo, all these buzzwords. How to get money out of your account and into my account, or my account and into your account. No paper needed, no checks, no fax machines.
Just traceable.
Just traceable. We are on the journey to cashless.
So we're talking about payment techniques. PayPal, Venmo,
Zelle.
PayPal, Apple Pay.
We were thinking about this morning for our topic. We were thinking basically you come into two categories. You're taking payment or you're sending payment. So taking payment would be like your Square, PayPal credit card reader. What's the other one? The swiper.
I use QuickBooks.
QuickBooks has a swiper.
I use PayPal.
Redfin has a swiper.
So I use Square. He uses QuickBooks and he uses PayPal. I pay 2.75% plus a transaction fee. What do you pay?
I pay 2.6% plus 25 cents per transaction.
2.7 plus 30.
So they're all comparable. They're all within.
Yeah. And now with PayPal, what I like is the fact that you can have a PayPal debit card, so you can immediately use that money. You don't have to transfer to the account. It's there to use.
Where ours actually go into real bank accounts, which we also have debit cards.
But does it go directly? You have to wait a day or two.
It is a day or two.
Okay, so with PayPal, you just have it. Somebody pays you can go to the store and just use it within 5 minutes. So.
That's why I'm wearing my America shirt, because we're talking about money, and America's money.
America.
Yeah.
We don't use shekels or whatever they use in Poland.
We use zloty.
Zloty?
Gold. It's like gold, translation to gold, yeah.
What does it look like?
I don't know, you have to Google it.
Is it paper money?
It's paper, and we have, the coins,
So it's paper money backed
We
by
don't
gold.
have the euros, and I don't think we're going to have it.
So basically, when you're receiving money, you're either, swiping a card or something like that. That's your payment swipers, such as Square.
Redfin, QuickBooks.
PayPal.
Got all
Apple
the different providers, or an old school terminal like you have at Target or Home Depot, which is just a swipe terminal. And then you have your cashless friends sharing money, Venmo, Cash App. What's the other ones?
Oh, I don't use
Facebook
those,
Messenger, Apple Pay. There's all different ways to give your or PayPal even does it for friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Apple Pay is mainly for businesses right now, but
but they're going to enable the iMessage Apple Pay very shortly, and then you're going to be able to send your friends. Crowdsourced social media money sharing like Venmo, where you can show what you're paying for. We use Cash App and Venmo to pay each other when we're going out to eat or something like that when we want to split a check. Venmo doesn't charge any fee if you're sending money to your friends or family if you use a bank account transfer, not a credit card. Nice, simple, easy. Now, I guess we talked about all the providers, which are kind of all the buzzwords, but is this secure? Everybody's like, I don't want to pay. I have customers that call me all the time and they go, I don't want to pay over the internet for my invoice. Can I just give you my card number over the phone and you swipe the card? And they think that's more secure than the internet. Well, really, I mean, someone somewhere is inputting your card number into a terminal somewhere, and that's going through the internet.
Or sometimes they actually write it down on a piece of paper and then they enter it in a computer and then they either shred it or not.
Yeah. So somewhere your card's going on the internet. So it's
it's easier for you to type it in, and unless you have a keylogger installed on your computer that somebody's actually spying every keystroke, it's all secured,
SSL.
encrypted stuff. So,
but think about all your transactions. If you're using credit cards and paying through digitally, there's always there's breadcrumbs left. You can always find out what happened. So technically, when you're talking about safety, somebody could steal my cash. My cash is gone. I could never get it back. If somebody steals stuff off of my digital currency, chances are
you can get it
somebody's insured it, Visa, the bank, and I can get that money back.
Watch out for our Bitcoin episode coming soon. We're going to go over Bitcoin and how it works and all that good stuff. So a lot of people are concerned with using Apple Pay. They think it's not as secure as swiping the card or having the terminal in their hand. The actual Apple Pay is actually safer than using a regular card because of the way it randomizes the tokens.
It's safer than those NFC cards with the chip and all that.
Apple Pay is actually probably one of the safest ways to pay, and Samsung Pay as well.
A funny note is that one of the governors, one of the states, when Apple Pay came out, they want to put a law where you have to show your ID using Apple Pay, and everybody's like, you're using your fingerprint to make that work, so you have to be the owner of the phone and the card to do that. So some people don't get it how secure it is.
Yeah.
Is Apple Pay always requiring that thumbprint?
Yes.
You have to, otherwise we will not process it.
Excellent.
And if you break your iPhone screen and you break your home button, You can't use it.
Yeah.
So don't break your home button.
Very true.
And don't rip it off if you crack your screen.
Yeah. So with that being said, if I'm gonna with iOS 11, when they introduce Apple Pay, so you can send money between your friends and whoever, you're also gonna use your fingerprint. So because if somebody steals your phone, they will be technically able to send the money, but without that fingerprint.
Tell them about what people are using the Touch ID for.
What, PP?
Yeah.
Hey, can I borrow your PP to I can send
Tell
$500
tell the camera what happened.
What, dude?
So the iPhone
ends
fingerprint
up squirting over the screen.
It's basically just it's scanning your skin for marks, so you can use any skin on your body.
Topography, right?
Right. So some people are using other things other than their fingers and
different fingers, or they put in animal paws.
Or they use the 11th finger.
They put their nose. Yeah,
that's great. I wouldn't recommend that, by the way. That's not a really sanitary thing to do with your phone.
Although if you're at a store and you need to use Apple Pay, it seems like a good excuse to.
You know how dirty phones get? I mean, it's not dirty the other way. The phone is the dirty piece. So.
Yeah, I mean your screen is dirty anyways.
Yeah.
So why would you want that dirt in your balls?
That's right.
All of us use paperless payment methods like these apps, and a lot of people say, "Well, I'm worried about the safety." Well, actually, most of these apps are pretty safe. PayPal, Square, they're some of the biggest payment processors in the world, and they're pretty good at it. And everything is insured, or not insured, but encrypted. It's easier to get your credit card stolen from something like a gas station, where somebody comes out and they put
a physical skimmer.
A skimmer, yeah. Right. They put the skimmer on the gas pump. You swipe your card, right there, it's stolen. That's way more likely that's going to happen. Or you go to a restaurant, you give them the check, they take the card with them. In America, that's normal. Overseas in Europe, they get mad when you take their card away from the table. They bring the swiper to you.
Yeah, and also another thing about the safety is, let's say you use PayPal or credit card. If you have an unknown charge, you can just dispute it and get that money back. So with cash, if somebody steals your cash, it's done.
It's the wave of the future.
You get it back. So you're kind of secure in that way that if somebody even steals your card, they use it. Most of the banks have some kind of security that they will give you money back.
You know what I like about cash, though? The privacy. There really is a lot of privacy that's removed when everything goes digital. But with that privacy that's removed, you do get more security at this point.
Sorry, Matt, for what I'm about to say, but our generation does not like having to deal with extra stuff. I take my phone out, I put it on your thing, swipe my finger. I don't got to do anything. Done. In essence, online payment methods, much easier, much simpler. No paper, no having to get paper back in the mail, no checks. Faster, stronger, better, cheaper, kind of.
No, I'm not sure it's actually cheaper because the stores are actually paying commissions.
I don't care if the stores are paying.
Yeah, but that means they have to raise the prices.
Yeah, the stores technically don't.
So you're paying more for
I would rather pay more to not have to deal with a piece of paper.
I mean, it's not too much, but just like gas station, there's a cash price and a debit card or credit card price.
Well, I'm glad it's here for my business. I do a lot of online transactions.
I'm glad it's here too.
Yeah, it's all right. So is Allison back yet?
No, she's still on vacation, but Chris is still here.
What the fuck? She's supposed to work here.
I am hopefully doing the game room by myself for the very last time. It's really lonely in here without Allison. Sony has announced that it's moving full steam ahead with its VR gaming systems, which is big news, especially when you've got a company like Microsoft who has pretty much snubbed VR. They didn't talk about it at all this year at the E3 gaming conference, but Sony, on the other hand, has said, no, we're pushing full steam ahead. The most exciting thing about virtual reality with Sony is that it's trying to build an entire ecosystem for VR gaming and perfect it. So not only do they have the headset that you're going to need, but they've got the hardware that you need as far as the gaming console, and then now it's going to give you the content all on its own. And we're not just talking about independent developers here. Sony itself is going to start developing, and it already has, VR games that market specifically to PS4 users. The biggest news for me, anyways, was the Elder Scrolls is coming to virtual reality, and Skyrim is it's like a 5-year-old game, 6-year-old game right now, and people are like, oh, why couldn't you just make a new one or whatever? And my opinion on this is that Skyrim, I've got hundreds of hours into Skyrim, and I still am not tired of it. It's just an all-immersive game. You know, like it was well thought out, it was well planned. Why not give a reboot? I was the first in line when they did the HD remastered version for the PS4, and I'm gonna be first in line for the VR headset. I mean, if it's a good game, it's a good game, especially if you can keep providing new ways to play that game. So VR's coming a long way, and I think Microsoft is missing the boat by not investing more time and resources into this. But hopefully Sony just keeps going and they keep pushing it out, and I'm looking forward to see what they have next. What do you guys think about VR gaming? It's slow going, but I think as it develops, I think it'll get better and better. But have you played the new Sony VR? Are you into it? Is it worth the money? Tell me what you guys think.
VR is getting so good these days, man. It's awesome. It's exciting.
Looks like fun.
Yeah, I like it too.
What's in the news?
If you get a friend request from Jaden Smith, don't accept it. Unless you are Will Smith. Your Facebook will automatically change your name to John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Okay, in real news, we have Visa, who is coming out, and 2 days ago they released a story about the fact that the journey to cashless is their main concern. And in order to do that, they decided they're going to take $10,000 and they're going to give it to 50 restaurants that will pledge no longer to take cash.
Isn't that a bribe?
Technically, but Visa's big enough to be able to do that.
Attention, Trump joke coming. Bribes are part of American business. I've been doing them for years. Perfectly normal.
Big league.
Big league. Perfectly normal.
I like to do deals.
So technically, these businesses, they do a lot of transactions on credit cards already. When you start with restaurants, almost probably 80% of people pay with credit cards in restaurants.
Yeah.
But is it that like
So-
cashless, or is it to remove like MasterCards, Amex, and all those? Like, is it to
No,
get...
it is not Visa only. It is journey to cashless. They want to remove paper currency so that everything's digital.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a sports game a couple weeks ago, and I used Apple Pay, and they gave me half off the food just because I used Apple Pay, and they're trying to promote it. Pretty dope.
Did you know it before you used Apple Pay?
I did not. They had nowhere was it advertised. Just as soon as you rang
That's a
up,
good
it rang
promotion.
up half price.
We can think about that. We should do something like that.
What does Google have? Google Wallet. What about that?
How about that?
Google
didn't-
Wallet's
we
been
didn't-
out for a long time.
Yeah, but we didn't mention
you
it.
you don't really hear much about it anymore.
Yeah.
We don't have Google. We have Apple.
We have Apple.
Android people, Google Wallet. Is there anything other than that Android people usually use? Is it Google Wallet that they all use?
I think they use
I don't
Samsung Pay.
Because I've seen the Android Pay.
Android users, put down below what you like to use. We're Apple people.
Yeah,
But I'm
we-
pretty sure it's Samsung Pay. Somebody give us some comments, even if it's Jaden Smith. We'll respond to a comment from Jaden Smith if he has
Yeah.
something to say.
If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. We need your help today.
And click that like button.
We have an extended moment with Curtice for you this week. Freaking great. Hope you enjoy it.
You need to go on and find one of your clients in there that has a couple hundred friends, maybe 1,000 friends, maybe some hot chick that likes walking.
Yep.
Give her a free meal.
Let them make the offer.
Let her post it on her Facebook, and watch her spread it for you, and it will work better than you promoting it yourself.
Business advice from the best.
I'm making fucking money. Do you know about Chapter 18 at NFPA 72? Do you know about that?